Welcome, Mr. Kuldeep Sharma from Suruchi Consultants to an interview with Food Infotech. And sir, we are delighted to have you here. And we can see the beautiful background of Leh. And sir, we would like to ask you a little about your background and education.
Yeah, so my background is I'm a dairy technologist and have been serving the dairy industry since 1990 under this company, Suruchi Consultants. My qualification again, I'm a dairy technologist from NDRI Karnal. Then I did my PGDM with the specialization in marketing and finance. And I also did my certificate programs in uh, participatory rural appraisal as well as participatory evaluation.
Great. Thank you so much. Now we are curious to ask you, why did you set up Suruchi Consultants?
Ah, I think mm, so. Nowadays, people talk about startups, talking about following your dreams, passion. So let me take you around 34, 35 years back. So I was doing well. I was production head with one of the leading ice cream plant at that time, Gaylord Ice Cream, the part of Quality Group. Uh, but somehow, the routine kind of things which were happening at the plant on daily basis, somewhere that particular thing was stopping me, and stopping in the sense that forcing me to think in a direction that, okay, if given a choice, what would I like to do? So at that moment, in a short stint of around 3 years at that time, I liked the project management part of it, I liked the technology part of it. So somehow, in 1990, I just jumped into it, and without knowing much about it. It's something like that. There is no plan, and I think that is the best plan. And so the journey started. So I think in the beginning there was nothing like that I have to serve this or serve that. It was only just to meet your own kind of personal choice, and to just feel happy, that's all.
Yes, sir. So, for any new company who enters into the dairy industry in India, especially, they face a lot of challenges and a lot of problems on the way. So, what were the problems that you faced when you entered into the dairy industry?
So actually, I entered into the consulting space right from the beginning. We are not manufacturer, we advise companies to set up the plant. And the first challenge, the biggest challenge which we faced was that we entered into this business of setting up plants and doing project management. And that was the time, it was only after entering this particular part that we came to know that dairy is under license, you cannot set up a dairy plant. It was such a strange thing that we have come to serve a particular sector, to serve a particular target group who wants to set up their dairy plants. But no, you can't set up dairy plants because it is under license. And then it was, as the luck would have it, just within a year or so, there was economic liberalization, and we had dairy industry opening up from 91, 92. So I think timing was just right, a little bit ahead of time when we started it. But looking back now, probably we are amongst the oldest dairy advisory company in the country or in this part of the world. But yes, challenges are always there.
Yes, so in every field there are lots of challenges. So we want to ask you, like, how is Suruchi able to help any new or existing dairy entrepreneurs?
So when it comes to new entrepreneur, I think we were pioneer in starting our dairy entrepreneurship and development program way back in 2005, 2006, when we set up one of its kind dairy entrepreneurship and technology development center. uh, so the most important part, what happens with someone who wants to enter into dairy space or any other space, that at times he's more obsessed with his idea than the reality of the market. So I think the first responsibility which we feel that we have for this particular purpose is that we do the idea validation. That first of
Yeah.
all, whatever you are thinking, so and second thing is that this is also very difficult, when you have to, it's a big challenge for us when we have to tell people that idea is not everything, action is everything. So for new entrepreneur, I would say that the role of Suruchi is more like a mentor, and directing them, from that ideation stage to a real action stage, to realize their dreams. For existing
Right.
businesses, we have a different approach. For existing businesses, the thing is that yes, for current position, most of the businesses, uh, you know they have a very strong plan, maybe their balance sheet, their profit and loss, that is also impressive. But if suppose once you ask the question, okay, what you will be doing, let's say 5 year hence, what kind of product mix will you be having 5 years hence, what kind of markets will you be there, what, from where you will be procuring your milk, at that times most of the companies, even the established one, they have answers, but they don't have clarity on those answers. So I
Yes.
think in their case it is more of bringing clarity to their future thought process and developing strategic growth plans for them, and then reviewing them on regular basis so that things happen. So I think
Okay.
these are the two major, I would say, inputs which we can give to new entrepreneur as well as to the established one.
Fair enough. So, we've heard about the Dairy Entrepreneurship and Technology Development Center that Suruchi Consultants has. So, we would like to know more about this, sir.
So what happened that when we started in 1990, so as usual we were not having a clear path. There was no set direction. We were just there to set up the plant or to serve the industry. And then slowly and steadily, we started to enter and started to do everything. For example, uh, we started to first set up the plant, buying machinery, then having our own fabrication workshop, then integrating the plants, practically doing everything. Then suddenly, we're just thinking that, and then we were pioneer in giving terms like mini dairy plants and these kind of terminologies, and these kind of, the modus operandi, probably, of these mini dairy plants. Initially, it was created by us. We are blessed that God has given us enough of wisdom to think in this direction. But then slowly and steadily, so many people entered into that space, and we started to think probably this should not be the goal of our life. The problem with the entrepreneur, even today it stands, the problem is not that technology is a problem, or plant and machinery is a problem. The issue is that the information, you know is he really getting the right information, is he really asking the right question, whether it is technology, in terms of capacity or otherwise. So we started with the entrepreneurship development program by setting up that particular center. In technology, we were looking at import substitute, and we were helping these entrepreneurs to spend wisely on the technology, in the sense that unnecessarily taking large capacities, or unnecessarily taking certain technologies which may not be of use to them. So if there is a small plant, why you want to go for a fully automatic or
Yeah.
a costly kind of a system? So
Right.
it's again, more of a mentoring, more of a guiding. And now probably we are known more for our unbiased advice which we give to people. Whether to accept it or not to accept it, it's up to them. But it is, we feel, it's our responsibility to give them the right direction.
Right. So, the plans that you'll suggest to the new dairy industry entrepreneurs, do they meet the requirements of the banks as well as the financial institution?
Yes, so we develop a complete project report, pre-feasibility report, in which we do a complete due diligence of the raw milk area, of the market, technology, looking into the profitability, looking into the changing landscape of the market, the competition. So, and definitely they are being structured as far as the requirement of these financial institutions are concerned. So it is being developed in a very customized manner. At times people call us, they say that you must be having some report of 1 lakh liter, just share a copy. So I always used to tell them that suppose if you have to run a ultrasound on a 40-year age of a male, so do you think that if two people are born on the same uh, day, then their ultrasound will also be the same? The DPR is something like, it's highly customized because it is matching with your financial credibility. It is matching with your kind of dreams, or what kind of investment which you can go in for. So it cannot be taken up, that it is something. And people sell reports also. I'm not against that. At a cursory level, having those reports, reading them, getting some guidance is always good. But for bank purpose, no, they grill
Yeah,
you a lot. So in that particular case, it has to be meticulously designed, and the due diligence should be complete, and
fine.
we provide
I
this
understand.
service.
That's wonderful. So, what part does food safety play in your product development?
So we have, over a period of time, also understood the value of product development, in the sense that unfortunately India is such a country that it is only in last 3 4 4 5 years that we are seeing a lot of variation or varieties coming into dairy products. Otherwise, we have been watching same paneer for last 100 200 years, same butter for 70 80 100 years, whatever time, same ghee, same milk, two three varieties kind of a thing. So so what is happening, that market is demanding, and their demand are not just cosmetic, that they want a different kind of paneer. They are becoming more functional oriented. So now they may want a paneer with less fat, they may also want a paneer with high protein. So on similar lines, even in fermented products, they may like to have one kind of culture, they may go for probiotics. So even in butter, the different kind of spreads which come, they may ask for flavors in butter also. So coming
Right.
back, we set up this new product development center. And in that, because I represent myself as a national resource person in dairy sector with FSSAI also. So food safety, traceability, and identity preservation, these are the three areas without which you cannot dream of any future product. The product
Right.
have to meet these requirements completely if you really want to create a dent in the market. Otherwise, as the theory says, that every day 20,000 products get launched, and I think out of that, one or two stay back after 6 months. So but for new product development, and this is my request to everyone, uh, that on these three areas, start strengthening yourself right from today, because tomorrow regulator won't give you a chance, because
Yes.
systems are becoming much more stricter, and India is also planning to become or to take a larger pie in the global dairy scenario. In that, without focusing in this area, whatever you develop, it is of no use, it is of no
No.
worth.
Yes. Yes. Totally. So, when you say that you develop market-ready products of yours for your clients, so obviously you must be following the FSSAI and other regulations. So please tell us more about that.
Yeah, so the whole process of product development start with, first of all, that whose idea is this. uh, the the client could at times say that, if suppose you have some relevant products meeting the contemporary requirements of the market or the target group like youth, then we may start from there. Else he may come with his own kind of product idea, and in most of the cases, we motivate him, to bring his own idea. There is a big reason for that. Over last 30 35 years of experience, we have learned that the ownership of idea should be there with the entrepreneur. Otherwise, what happens, if I suggest him some product, after some time he may lose interest in that. Reason being, he thinks that it was his idea, and that's why it was bad. So that's why it is not working. I take it otherwise. I say, you bring an idea, let us get it validated. So, firstly, we look at that product and we ask him, okay, give us some reference products. So, if you are presuming or dreaming of some product, give us some reference products close to that. Then we have first, it is in the first stage itself, we check about that whether it would come in a, it's a defined product under FSSAI, or it has to be, or it meets the requirement of the defined product, or it will be some kind of a proprietary product. From there the journey starts. Then in the meantime we also check upon, certain other issues, like that, okay, at global level, if suppose such references are available, the pack size, we have to look at the target group, we have to look at the complete nutritional value, and the most important thing, how you are going and what for you are going, why the customer should buy it, what kind of thing is it. So there are two three major areas. One is nutrition and health, another one is indulgence, another one is convenience. So we look from that angle, and it's I would say there is a, for every product there is a blueprint. You prepare it, there is a process which we follow, and then finally the product is introduced into the market, and after doing the pilot, and products get successful also.
Great. So, for any new entrepreneur who comes to you, so what are the products that you can develop for them? Please tell us that.
So currently we are looking at, the products with highest growth kind of potential. So in that, beverages is a very big segment. Fermented milk products like yogurt category, drinking yogurts category, uh, with or without fruits, this is another big category. Some kind of options are available in product like paneer, if you can make some snacks out of paneer. Similarly, cheese and related product, when it talks of cheese dips and related products, because nowadays snacks are being consumed, so cheese based dips, yogurt based dips. So you see how the world goes. When I say yogurt based dips, so it looks, uh, uh, quite fashionable, quite a new thing, quite a in thing, quite uh, something hot in the market. Actually, I'm talking of raita of some sort. So the thing is that, there are some certain technical jargons also, but these are the products which are, which are doing well. Then the another category which is doing well is nutraceuticals. So where, you are getting some kind of functional values along with using, so I think protein, you can say protein and fibers, these are two major areas which are doing wonders. So just playing around with them, I think makes the right kind of product mix. These are the products which we suggest. Maybe tomorrow, if the time changes, something else comes, maybe then we'll be focusing on that.
Sure, sir, we agree. Tell us more about your testing lab and what products do you test there?
So we have got a testing lab, and so our scope is limited to dairy only. We test dairy products only in that, and along with that, we have got facility to test the integrity of the product. So species beast like cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, and we also do, the most happening thing today is the A2 milk, and this A2 name comes time and again. So we can really check whether the product is A2 and what is the percentage of A1 A2 in that particular product. We can also, we have facility uh, on the same qPCR machine, we have facility to test the pathogens also, without setting up microbial lab. Then we have got a microbial lab where we do shelf life study for the product, again scope limited to dairy only as on date. And also we do the pathogen environment monitoring of dairy plants by taking samples from there, and then on that basis then guiding them, how to make their environment higher on the food safety side in terms of microbial hazards. So these are couple of things which we do at our lab.
Sure. So, finally, we'll wrap up this interview with the last question. What is your advice for any new dairy industry entrepreneur who comes to you in 2024?
So he's coming for the first time, you want to say?
Yes, he's coming to you to enter into the dairy industry. So, what would your advice be?
My advice is that think market backward. So whatever you want to do, first of all, look at the market and look at the demand, look at the supply, look at the competition, do everything in the market first. And that what kind of channels are selling those products, what kind of packaging are there, talk to certain consumers before even seeding that particular idea into your mind for that particular product. Do your homework well at the marketplace with consumers, with channels. And once you are convinced that yes, this particular product category or concept has got good traction, acceptance, and some value also, probably that is from where our role starts. So I would say don't just pick up any product because you think it is working. No, you go even before coming to a consultant. First, you check it in the market, because one thing all the time everyone forgets, that whosoever we are consumer first. So no consultant is going to tell me which yogurt flavor will work well. I can myself
Right.
tell you.
We
So
know
from
that.
that
Yeah.
perspective, the first thing is, I always say, let it be market backward approach. Once you are convinced, come to us. We will validate your idea and start working on that.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us and taking out your valuable time, sir. And this is a wrap for Food Infotech's new episode with Mr. Kuldeep Sharma. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.